What's up guys, Tom, owner For the Love of Car Mobile Detailing. Welcome back to my channel. I have to apologize the last couple weeks. I just flat out didn't have enough time for any new videos. I was away 2 weekends ago and then I had family out last week, so no time. But I'm back on it now, and as you can see we have a very dirty Aston Martin DB9. This thing had swirls and scratches all over it. You can see how dirty these wheels are too. So this car hasn't been cleaned in a while. So I brought it back to my house to do a full paint correction and a ceramic coating. But to the matter at hand, this baked on tree sap. Luckily it was really only bad on this one spot, but this tree sap was fully baked on. It wasn't even soft in the middle anymore at all. So here I was trying a trick that I had learned at the dealership in the detail department, using some spray away glass cleaner, kind of letting it soak on there to soften it up, but it just was way too baked on. You can just hear it. It was just crunchy. So I did kind of have a backup plan right when I spoke to this customer and met him to go over the car. I was thinking, bust out the steam machine on this one. So this is something that I've actually never tried before, but had kind of thought about. And man, it worked like a charm. Anytime I have tree sap baked on from now on, the steamer will be coming out because it just melts it away. This one took a few tries and a little bit longer, but that's just, it was thick and it was really baked on. So I'll just let you guys watch as it just disappears. Almost. Nice. Well, this is the second time I'm trying to show you guys the iron remover changing color. It's supposed to turn purple, but no iron on this, just like the CRV, so no joy on it turning purple. Sorry guys. So after pulling the car in the garage, it was time to do some claying. You can pretty much assume anytime you have a car that has baked on tree sap that there's going to be a lot of bonding contaminants, and this car was no exception. So it was pretty rough going around it with the clay. But it did all come off and got nice and smooth after that. And then dry all the excess water off. Then I went around with compressed air and blew all the water out of all the cracks, so I had a nice dry car to work with. And I was happy on this one because there really wasn't too much masking to do. Wasn't too much plastic, mostly painted surfaces or chrome or metal trim. So it was pretty nice. And as you can see, little Chessie girl keeping me company while I'm taping. And on to some paint correction. So like I said, this thing was pretty hammered with swirls and scratches, and you can see in the light right there. I wanted to get a nice close-up camera view of the machine actually just erasing all that stuff right off of the paint. And you can see after the wipe off, all those swirls that were around that light right there are all gone. So the paint was pretty hard on this car, so it finished out pretty easily after cutting it. So this was the second major problem I ran into on this thing. It had paint protective film on the nose, as you can see here, and various other spots around the car to prevent rock chips. And I tried a little test spot on it with a cutting compound, and it hazed up immediately. It was just not happy. I think this was the original film from when the car was new. It was put on shortly after it was purchased, I'm guessing. And it was just dried out and just beat by UV. So I decided I couldn't go with the cutting compound. So I think I was using Meguiar's 205 here. And no matter what I did, I was trying to go fast and not build up too much heat and just not be too aggressive with it. But no matter what I did, it just looked hazy and kind of crappy. It was just not going to match very well with how good the rest of the paint was coming out. So in part 2, we'll actually go over the solution, what I wound up doing with the paint protection film to make it look good. So stay tuned.